Hello, good morning. This is Frontier. It's for the journey. We continue our journeys here on a profoundly full and engrossing world here in Skyrim. A journey as we continue our quest. Here, wonder, reflections, moments in observation and silence here with this Frontier as we journey on from Solitude to Dawnstar. But before we do that, we'll have a look at around Solitude, gain some unique perspectives of this space and journey on through. In the previous session, we arrived in Solitude for moments in ambience. Intentions now are to continue the journey with depth and incredible detail that defines this space, this home away from home.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
As we continue the journey. A spectacular aurora borealis, the magnetically or magically charged atmosphere, is the magic the Skyrim world uses the space above. Such a wonderful element in depth and detail as we continue the journey. It's definitely a place in sanctuary and a place that is, for some, a definite space away from the troubles, indeed, of the day. As we continue on. And such are the depth, the open landscapes, the misty mountains, and a journey as we increase our fidelity and hope to increase the frequency in presentations here. More spectacular worlds. The world here, the enchanted lands to space, the additional engrossing spaces define our journey and voyage through these exceptional worlds. From mystery and fantasy to science fiction. Coniferous trees.
Iron sword, huh?
Pointing up.
What are you killing? Butterflies?
To the atmosphere that defines this spectacular location. Journey up and through to Solitude. So we'll have a wander around Solitude and take in the sights from these unique perspectives, visit some locations. But before it's been too long in Solitude, we'll head on out and over towards the spectacular Dawnstar. Engrossing spaces that define the creativity, a linear yet engrossing world of film, all the way to this bountiful and abundant ability to interact with these worlds that are born very crucible. Our ability to create.
Come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
Such a wonderful atmosphere. The night spells, subtle differences between first light, midday in Skyrim, and the evening, coupled with those night journeys settled away before first light in the real world. So you hear the spectacular soundtrack, and particularly for Horizons.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
And also the dedication and the level
Sorry, you
of
need to go home.
focus that
Go
is
home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us.
kept in respect of the
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best you
spectacular
know now, Advar.
You're all hard.
library of both conversation
You helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the
that
city
is
after he murdered
associated
Hiking
and
Tory. By opening
installed
that gate for
or
Ulfric, you
made up
betrayed
as
the
part
people
of the
Solitude.
BC world.
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Toric. He beat the High
Adds to
King
the
in fair
incredible
combat.
authenticity.
Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim.
Well, let's see if we can gain a
and
good
all
perspective
lords.
of Solitude. Won't stay here long. We visit Solitude. Again, the characters,
On
the
this day, I
depth,
go to
considering
Sovngarde.
this is over a decade. We're approaching 15 years. Decade and a half, and still this continues to inspire. Well, let's see if we can get a good perspective here in Solitude. Depth and detail and the texturing still is profound, and especially using the opportunity to explore the space in virtual reality, adding to even greater depth. And the use of VR, ever more engrossing spaces and environments. It looks like we've reached a point where we can't quite see out. Let's head on down. We'll smell the clean, crisp dusk air of a mixture of woodland forests, flowing streams and spaces, icy cold moments. Imagine a place unpolluted, and their great view of our journey soon onward and outward. The Dawnstar. Spectacular view. As we can see, let's the rather useful auto walk Okay, variations in architecture. The rock-solid walls of the space implying a sense of both solitude and stability, coupled with the variations. As one is reminded of the subtlety and delicate, yet incredibly deep and engrossing spaces over of Rivendell. The towering marble spires and the unmistakable presence defines a space of overbearing yet empowering architecture over in Minas Tirith, the marble construction.
You can set off that junk at bits
It was
and pieces.
actually noted that there was a
What do you need?
Kickstarter, I believe, campaign by some architects to propose the actual one-to-one scale of a rebuild of Minas Tirith in the United Kingdom. But the required funding,
The Emperor's cousin, Vittoria Vici,
Went
is
out.
getting married soon. The reception will be
But-
public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
to get the variations in architecture over, digressing over into LOTR. But here we have the same kind of depth, subtleties in breathe a light
Town, right?
in
If
the
you need a
town of
place
Bree.
to sleep, head over to the Winking Skeever. We keep a fine inn.
Candlelight reflecting off the signs. Shadows perfectly placed. We haven't yet invoked the survival aspect of Skyrim, but we will be doing that. But our intentions are to take in the views and see what we can see, such as the eloquence. Okay, so we had a look at the castle, the back, the main area, and indeed didn't visit any of the the skeevers are not very certainly won't make appealing prospects, that's for sure. Let's continue on. Can visit some of the places, but let's use this time to continue on. We'll do a full tour of Skyrim, just generally visiting the places. Then we'll do an additional tour, both in looking around at the interior spaces and participation in the actual tasking, the assignments that are issued in and around Skyrim. But let's now head on out. Should be getting light. Let's check our time. 1:29 a.m. So perhaps what we'll do is advance time a little. Bell coming into sound. Journey on through. We'll head on over the bridge can see now the light beginning to appear to take us into an early morning here over in Solitude. Make sure that Vulcan's Frontier remains suitably quiet at specific moments. Just to absorb the ambience. More so a grand tour of the world as we continue. Then we'll go deeper on the journey. Spectacular view at all those places. For the first time, in a sense, in a real sense, in open world exploration. It is inherently magical, really being a sense of depth and wonder. Entire experience. Okay, so what we'll do now is journey on through a spectacular view. A new day here, early morning, 8 a.m. So we'll cross the stream and make our way to see where in fact our journey there we have it. Let us go ahead and say farewell to Solitude. Let's walk on Dawnstar. A spectacular view, certainly in the morning mist, just covering a light layer over the water in distant mountains. To be mindful for predators and various wildlife. Again, coming into view now. As we journey on out through Solitude from an alternate perspective. Very impressive. You almost feel the subtle changes as we venture into a different approach, a different biome from the tundras, misty mountains, sanctuary, and these spaces. We may indeed come across facilities. Spectacular view of the trees in the distance atop the Dragon Shard Mountains. So let's head on through. Moments in silence. As we catch the light. Bit of a swim from one shore to the next. But we have made it. Again, very, very atmospheric. And rather chilly. With icy plains in the northern part here. In Skyrim, you could really get a sense of the how cold it is and how, irrespective of the fact that there are no mechanics, but the atmosphere itself really brings a sense of impressive depth. We will explore some of the deeper dungeons and spaces, the world beneath Skyrim, as we explore every morsel and detail that subtly defines the spectacular view of the snow reflecting the light. Is on the ground and a blizzard. That's a very, very engrossing space. I hope you're enjoying the journey, making sure that we don't pepper the presentation with too much commentary. Just feel the refreshing, cool morning, icy air. Really spectacular. Bringing a true moment in exploration. You do feel like you're a voyager. Exploring these impressive spaces. Solitude feels a distance away as we make our way through our journeys, going to encompass quite a lot of depth and detail as we try to continue to harvest that, continue to be inspired by these corners in around Skyrim, and continue to bring that sense both of inspiration and wonder. intentions are to do an entire entire tour around the perimeter, the other spaces, and amazing contrast between the tundras over away to those misty mountain spaces. Ooh, now the unforgiving icy plains over here in Skyrim's northern province. So as we can see, we're making our way through. There's so much to explore, and there, a subtle reminder of our origins in Solitude. Disappearing as we make our way through, and checking our location, proximity, Dawnstar. It's certainly spectacular. The isolated cabins, settlements, little hamlets, moments and opportunities to explore these spaces. Yes, certainly a Bob Ross moment. Lots of happy trees. Mountains. Unusual structures. As we journey on through. Crisp light in midday or even day. Yes, it's rather cloudy today. Again, adding to that impressive element. The icebergs. And a real sense of the cool elements that are surrounding the space. Well, we're getting ever closer to our destination. Just making sure that we're taking note of all the spectacular places that Skyrim is known for. Just go on through and head on over. We've got a small hamlet here. You can also practice both presence and ambience. Let's head on over and see. And there we have it. Spires, the opening hamlet. Here, another spectacular location. As we journey through Solitude, in the distance. Very different in terms of design here in this location, further detail. And again, those lights, much like the torches in the Lord of the Rings. Spectacular presentation. What we'll do is we'll head on up to this watchtower. And see what we can see from this perspective. We have reached Dawnstar, their towering structure up and beyond. Depth and detail in the environment, really providing this incredible lived-in space that really adds to the sense of adventure. Just make out the distant Solitude. On a journey to Dawnstar, a spectacular practice in both silence and light observation, looking at You really do feel that you're in the beyond the screen. You do feel that if you don't find comfort soon, you'll be subject to serious hypothermia, such as the effective layering in both visual and sound effects, really in that incredible sense of both such as the comparison with both the tundras and the light spaces, the temperate areas and biomes further inland, the northern areas here. You do feel like you're hairbreadths away from a chilly place, almost compelling one to find a warm cabin and sit down next to smouldering fires, the embers, to sip on a refreshing cup of herbal tea or fresh cocoa. This is a spectacular display of once more the spaces that define Skyrim. Again, our journey will be more an exploration of all the spaces in depth and detail, taking it further and looking at the places above and below Skyrim. And further to that, communicating, following through with some tasks, but nothing too focused on the objective. It's just a practice in both solitude and ambience. That's the primary focus here with Falcon's Frontier. Well, we'll just about conclude our journey. A bit longer than necessary. We'll try to keep the presentations between both 25 to 35 minutes, depending. Again, we'll chapter this and continue our journey in the spectacular home away from home as we look out to a place for which once we came, distant spaces over in Solitude. The next session will be exploring more hamlets, amenities, especially the towering structure defines this location. Further to that, this impressive location. Again, the reaction, the reflections, mountains, the icy spaces that are beyond, which we'll have a look at. We'll swim on out. Let's see what we can uncover in the distance. Let's have a look at the map. So we have further mountains and further islands to explore, so we'll run out further to our next stop after we spent some time over in Dawnstar. There's spectacular areas to explore, and we'll make a route to explore and to hold the entire Skyrim and obviously Midhelm, a spectacular fortress, as we journey on through, making a entire round the way to Riften and encircling our journey and returning back to our Half-Moon Mill, which is the more temperate areas over in Skyrim, but a journey into which we'll uncover spaces and areas that require further detailed exploration, all the while keeping the ambience of the journey as our primary focus. Well, this about concludes our session today as we continue our journey here in and around Skyrim and other worlds. There is a course in development. We hope to give a key and access point, digital access, into where to go and what to do if you're thinking about stepping into these worlds. Select bespoke artisan approach and both our ability to create and imagination. So we're doing that, we'll be developing that, but meanwhile let's continue our explorations. Well, this about concludes our journey today. Next stop, Winterhold. This is Fox Frontier wishing everybody, until next time, a safe, all the more important, productive onward journey. Till our next continuing adventure, remain inspired.